Hello everyone, this is Melissa Chloe, dominant rough in the city, still looking pretty. Coming to you guys today with yet another YouTube coronavirus content video. Today's video is not girl talk, but real talk. Real talk, I want to talk about the baby boy syndrome. This is real and it's prevalent in the African American community. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not downing my own culture. I'm not downing all African Americans. So let's just start by saying that. I say that because there's some women that cradle their sons and don't want their sons to grow up. And I admit, as an African American woman that has a son, it's hard to see your kid grow up. It's hard to see your kid go through the growing pains of life, especially when the odds are stacked against them 20 times harder. So you fear for their life. You fear for what could happen to them when they go out there. You fear for what they're gonna grow up and get involved in. But here's what I really want to iterate. You can still let your sons go. You can still let them be men. And let them live life, experience life, ups and downs, good and bad, and pray for them to be the best men that they can be. As long as you taught them well and did your best, that's all you can do. But things don't always work out that way. I know a lot of mothers right now who have done their best and they've done everything they could do as a mother, and still their sons have turned out to be what they wanted to be. There's no down put on this. I just guess I'm reaching out to the young men, wanting to see them grow up and mature and be better than they have been. You know, the young ladies out here need you. You know, we're known to be the backbone to our men. And I think it's time that a lot of men start to be the backbone to their women. Don't always look for someone to uplift you. Come and uplift someone. You know, it's a negative persona and stigma put on black women, you know, but black women go through a lot. We have to struggle harder. We have to fight harder. And then we also have to be the backbone of our family, the rock, the support system. So, with that being said, it'd be nice to see a turnaround. I like to see men be gentlemen. You know, I'm not saying that there aren't any that exist in the world. I'm not saying I haven't seen black men do things that people don't believe they can do. I spoke about it on my YouTube. As well, my father was not a father that was an absentee father. You know, he was a part of my life. He did teach me things. And I have my work ethic because of him. Regardless to whatever happened in my life, I can say that's a positive that my father left me with. And not everyone has that. You know, some people grow up without a mother, some people grow up without a father in their life to influence them. I have more of a mixed influence because I lived back and forth between my parents. So I grew up more with my father than my mom, and I had like aunties or grandmas to somewhere along the line look and see that I piece everything together. Oh, my mother gave me this, my auntie gave me that, and just figure out what was good and bad or right or wrong for me. But it's not seeming to resonate with black men. A lot more black men need influences in their life, good men that are doing things with their lives, that want to influence them. That's why when you see programs where black men are reaching out to boys and teaching them how to be men, this is something that's really needed because you have a lot of single black mothers struggling to raise their sons, and we can't teach them how to be men. I don't care how good of a mother you are, you can't teach a man how to be a man. That one I will stand by. You can teach him how to be a good man, but that doesn't mean he's going to follow suit. Some follow suit just because they've seen a woman struggle and want to do better. They say, okay, I see my mother that much, so I'm going to fight that much harder so that the woman I'm with doesn't have to go through it, or my daughter doesn't have to go through that. today I felt like I talk to the girls all the time. I'm talking to young black males. I'm not putting you down. I love you guys. I gave birth to one. You know what I'm saying? I come from my dad, my son. I have nephews. I have more nephews than anything. I don't even have any nieces. That's on my side of the family. You know, married into, you know, connected in that way, but my own niece, no. So it's even more important to me to get this message across. I don't believe y'all even know how valued y'all are. If y'all displayed this strength and character that I know y'all could, you would be such a great help to your moms, your sisters, and your women. So just remember, when I speak to you guys, I'm speaking from the heart. The only way to change our lives is to fight for change. We have to fight for change as women. Y'all have to fight for change as men. Our ancestors had to fight for change so that we didn't run slavery and segregation. And every generation is something different. We lost George Floyd, we lost Breonna Taylor. We lost so many people because they had to pay the way for change. So if they paved the way for change, show them that it's appreciated. Show them that their struggle wasn't lost upon them. Show them that their families aren't without, because you got that opportunity to make it better. You have. And all I can say as a black mother, I pray so much. I pray so much that I can be in tears because of the way the world is for my son, for my nephews. And they will never know. They will never know the weight that weighs on the heart of a mother until they become fathers. And even when they become fathers, it's not the same, because mothers give birth. Do you understand? Mothers are born nurturers. So when fathers give birth, it's like, okay, I'm going to let him fall. I'm going to let him, you know, hurt himself. I'm going to let him get back up and, you know, grow. Women, we nurturers. You fall off the bike, we're going to put the Band-Aid on. We're going to wipe the boo-boo. I just need y'all to know that if y'all are strong, then when the mother wipes the boo-boo, y'all there to pick up the other part of the pieces. And that's what black women need from their men. That's what black young males need to be to these young ladies coming up. And I'm not saying there are not a lot of you guys doing it. It's a lot more than I've seen in previous generations. And I'm not downing, like I said, my own race. I'm uplifting, because I'm a black woman who's always loved black men. I've never, you know, deviated, although it wouldn't make a difference. Love is love, so let's be clear on that. But I've always supported you guys mentally, friendships, bonds, brothers, sons, you name it. I'm always that female that is saying, okay, if this is the way you're going, you should go the other way, because it's not right and it's only going to lead one place. I took the lessons that was taught to me by my father and my uncles and brother figures and the men around me to say, here, let me give this back. And also it's a matter of caring. Some people want to benefit so much from situations that they don't care what you get involved in. I give a brief example. Hustling. Another word for hustling, selling drugs. There's a difference, because you can legally hustle and you can sell drugs now legally. Okay, that's a change in life. You know, back in the day it wasn't like that. I don't wish for guys to sell drugs. I don't wish for them to get into that life, because the illegal side of it is very ugly and heinous, and it only leads you one place or one of three places: dead, in jail, and some make it out if they're fortunate. But the coin could go either way. It could be they change and they do better, or they don't get an opportunity to change and they're hurt and they're broken because of the things they did when they was doing what they was doing. Now, y'all done seen Minister Society. Snowball. Y'all done seen New Jack City. Y'all done seen all the movies. I'm a person who grew up in New York through time periods. I've gotten to see different drugs and different eras affect people. It's not only the drugs that affect the people, it's the time of what it is. Cocaine era, dope era, crack era, now pills, weed, and all the other things combined era. And it's hitting a younger demographic. It's our babies. I don't want to see our babies out there struggling and hurt and feeling like no one cares. That's a place of despair. You gotta know that even if your mother's not there, there's black mothers out there crying for you guys, praying for you guys, and we love you. We love you, and we just want you to take your rightful place in life. As strong black men, you don't have to be what society wants you to be. You don't have to be what society expects you to be. Be what you need to be to your women, to your children, to yourself. This is Reminisce the Poet, and when I speak, I'm speaking from a place in my heart. At the end of the day, I can't speak from nowhere else. When I speak and I talk, I'm talking real talk. I have no time to beat around the bush. When I'm trying to reach sons, when I'm trying to reach daughters, when I'm trying to reach women who are out here feeling alone and struggling, I myself have been that person, and I'll be damned if I have a voice to allow other people to feel alone and feel hopeless and feel helpless. I'm Melissa the Poet, bringing this message to you today, hoping that I reach some of you. I know that y'all go through circumstances that it feels like no one understands, but I'm here. Leave a comment, like, subscribe, say something, ask me something. I could be that favorite auntie you never met, and I will tell you the truth, and I will let you know that there's outlets, and you have to just be pointed in the right direction. Sometimes you guys won't accept the message when it comes from somebody y'all can't identify with. I identify with y'all struggle. I can definitely tell you that living in New York, living in different parts of New York, being raised in different parts of New York, it's not a picnic. But if you want badly enough to change your life, you can change it. And if you believe you can change it, I believe. I believe in you. I believe for you. And I'm praying for you, and I'm praying with you. Now, all I can say is, God, first and foremost, I thank you. Thank you to the essential workers. Thank you for giving me my voice. Thank you for listening to me on this couch. If I reached any mothers that are struggling with the fact that their sons are going through and they want them out the streets and they want them to do better, trust me, I feel your struggle, and I'm here.